find the angle between two vectors. And in this case, they're in 3 dimensions, although it may not look like that because we're using the linear combination of the standard unit vectors, and there's only 2 terms. But notice that this first one doesn't have an I term, means it doesn't have an X component, and the second one doesn't have a Y term, or a J term, doesn't have the Y component. It might be easier, before we get started then, why don't we write this like in the component form. Let's write this one as 0, 8, negative 20. And let's write this one as 10, 0, negative 5. Okay, we're still going to use our same formula. The cosine of theta is the dot product divided by the magnitude of u times the magnitude of v. So let's do our calculations. U dot v is 0 times 10 plus 8 times 0 plus negative 20 times negative 5, which is positive 100. Right? The magnitude of u is the square root of 8 squared plus negative 20 squared, which is the square root of 464. And the magnitude of v is the square root of 10 squared plus negative 5 squared. 100 plus 25, so the square root of 125. So let's plug all that in to our formula. Cosine of theta equals the dot product 100 divided by the square root of 464 times the square root of 125. And I'm just going to do this in one step. Theta equals cosine inverse of 100 over the square root of 464 times the square root of 125. So I'll do this in my calculator in my hand. Divided by the square root of 464 divided by the square root of 125. And now we'll do the cosine inverse. 65.5.